Hello. Alright, so my name is Maria and I have insomnia. I can't fall asleep. I almost fell asleep and then I didn't. So now I'm awake. But my roommate's sleeping, so I can't talk very loud. So I was gonna talk about I was thinking about how when I was younger, I was like I went to film school and whatnot, and I remember I was very creative at the time and I would always come up with ideas, and I liked to write little skits and whatnot, um, and I also really liked to write poetry and stuff, and just like little short pieces, I guess. Um, and I feel like now I'm almost 27, and like in 1 month I'll be 27. Or yeah, about a month. So I'm thinking, like, I was wondering what makes uh like what is it that's different now, I guess, than then. And I think what it might be is like having a clear goal that's like I think what school gives is structure and a timeline, and like not structure but a framework and a timeline. And I think with creative people in general, I think like I don't want to say that actually, for myself anyway, and like just from what I noticed too from, I guess, colleagues or whatever, I think it's when you have like a framework, it's and a timeline, it's a lot easier to get stuff done because then it feels attainable. I think with when it comes to film festivals, it's like a bit daunting maybe because there's this fear of maybe I'm talking in general terms because it's easier for me to, but I like I'm talking strictly from my own perspective, I guess, so I could be totally wrong. But I think with film festivals, I think what's daunting about them is you want to make something really good that is worth, like, film festival worthy. And kudos to people who can do it. But I think there's like I think like the fear of it not being good enough is like can for me has been daunting enough to even try. Like I do try, but I don't have like the pressure I think that's needed for creative pursuits. I mean, not always. Sometimes it's like you're the most creative when you're relaxed, and it just sort of comes out of thin air or whatever, or from your soul. But I think having the framework and whatnot, it helps a lot. So what I'm thinking is I want to start like a film festival, but I'm gonna start. Maybe it'll become bigger. I don't know, but I want to start it as like a small thing because there's like where I live, there's they have like meetups, and I'm sure they do this all around the world. They have meetups of filmmakers, just for the sake of networking, more or less. But I think it would be cool if it was like the same concept of just networking, but with like little, like, it could be, I want to make it monthly, and I think it'll probably start really really small, like just probably just friends of mine, but I think over time it might pick up and maybe get bigger, and maybe it'll branch out into other things, I don't know, but I think I really need it like for myself, and I want to make it I'm just sort of throwing ideas. Maybe whoever's watching can do this as well, wherever you are. Where I used to live, they had like film festivals too that were a bit bigger, but they also didn't seem as daunting, and so it's very popular where I'm from. Um, but I don't know, I didn't notice that here in this place. But maybe I'm just like not well enough connected. But anyways, I want to make it super simple. Like have like maybe make it so that the limitation is like in common, please, if you have ideas or feedback or whatever. But make it really simple, like have maybe one of the themes be like using sound design as a character in the story. And it can't be longer than 5 minutes, but if it does turn into something bigger than 5 minutes, then like I'd recommend to keep a director's cut, but just for the sake of the festival, making like a shorter cut, just so that we're not all watching like 30-minute long videos or movies. So I think 5 minutes would be a good time. And then people, I think it also feels more doable when it's just 5 minutes. And I guess the goal of this would be to continue creating content, because I think it's kind of like sad that I went to film school and I haven't been doing very much now, like for the last couple of years. I did a play and then I took a break from working in independent productions to do this play. And then I moved, and I've sort of been like very out of the loop with I guess film production. So so the goal would be to make to have some sort of, have it just 5 minutes long. Maybe have like a theme thrown in, like something random, like it could be like one of like the I don't know if I should maybe keep it super general, but have it so that sound is a character, and maybe have it themed by something very random. Like it could be like about friendship, or it could be something physical. Like it just needs to include a book as part of the piece. And maybe the book it doesn't have to be an integral part, but it's more so just to get like the gears going, you know? It could just be like you could just have a book in the scene that's interacted with somehow. Maybe somebody picks up a book, puts it down, super simple like that. Or maybe the book itself is like some magical story thing and you open it and the whole world opens up. But I think that would be, or somebody drops a book and then you like it ruins some sort of like robbery scheme because the owners heard the book dropping. So it could be anything, but like it just needs to include a book. I think I'm gonna do this for the first one. It needs to include a book and have sound design play an integral part, and to imagine the sound design as a character rather than as like rather than just for the ambience. Because I think also when you have that in mind, when you think of sound design as a character, it shifts how you approach it completely. It's like, I guess maybe it's just like the phrasing too of just saying that sentence. I think like it's saying something that could be said in a million different ways, but because it's said in that way, will maybe encourage a certain perspective. And again, you just get the gears going. And then I think if it's like monthly, then probably people will like make something really easy. Like I think it'll be like very like low stakes. Like it won't be a competition. It'll just be a place to share your work. And I could probably just host it at my place, I think, and put a projector or something and play everyone's thing, because it's probably going to start out very small. And so like the core thing would be also a networking event, just to meet other filmmakers, create connections. But at the same time, like, push towards, what do you call it? Push towards, like, actually creating something instead of just talking about it. Because I think I'm a, what do you call it? I'm, guilty of it. Of, like, you know, like when you like I feel like people, especially in art, I think like it's so easy to talk about ideas and to bounce ideas and to talk about what you want to do, but it's, I think, not common that people are actually doing very much because we're so busy thinking. So I feel like, so I guess like I'm trying to counter that in my own mind. I need to start creating, and then hopefully this could just branch out into different things. Like, say you make like a short film and you actually really like it and it develops into a bigger project. But yeah, but I remember that from film school. Like, that was why, like it's kind of crazy. When I was in film school, we were like just making content and making and making it and making it, and it was because of those deadlines and the framework, essentially. And I think, and I want it to be fun, so it won't be like yeah, like, but hopefully people will make things of like quality. It could also just end up being like a sort of thing where it's just a bunch of really bad videos. But I think it's okay. Like, I don't think so. I don't think that'll happen. I think even if it's I think there's like charm in something that's maybe just thrown together lazily too. And I feel like maybe over time of like the whole presentation of the projects, people will probably put more and more effort and like hopefully get excited about making stuff. That's the goal. Because that's what I miss. Okay, very long video. It's a pitch to myself, essentially. I'm gonna watch this again and make this happen. I'm gonna throw a poetry event soon. So that's another thing. But I need to do stuff. These things are important for me, so I need to, I don't know, do stuff, I guess. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I actually want to talk about AI, but that's gonna be in another video. Maybe I'll bring a friend to talk to me about it with, somebody who disagrees with me. I don't know. Anyways, toodaloo. Thank you for watching.